What a wild night at UFC 322. Just as the pay-per-view kicked off at the legendary Madison Square Garden, all hell broke loose. Not in the octagon, but in the crowd. And right in the middle of it all, none other than MMA firebrand Dillon Danis. This wasn't just a small scuffle, it was a full-blown, chaotic brawl that immediately hijacked the broadcast and became one of the biggest cage-side melees in UFC history. So what exactly happened? The commentators, Jon Anik, Joe Rogan, and Daniel Cormier, had just started their segment when suddenly, the action wasn't in the cage anymore. It was in the stands. Dillon Danis was seen clashing with several members of Team Khabib, the camp of the legendary Khabib Nurmagomedov. Key figures involved were Abubakar Nurmagomedov and Magomed Zaynukov. Video clips started flooding the internet almost instantly. You can see Danis throwing punches before getting completely overwhelmed by the group. He's then seen being dragged through the crowd toward the media section. The situation escalated so quickly that security and even police officers had to jump in. In the end, Danis was briefly put in handcuffs and escorted out of the arena, his night at UFC 320 to cut short. He was officially ejected. While the exact trigger for the fight is still a bit murky, it was clear that tensions were incredibly high. This involved dozens of people and created a massive scene, interrupting one of the biggest UFC events of the year. The brawl was so intense that it completely overshadowed the opening moments of the main card, with everyone from fans to the commentary team trying to figure out what was going on. As you can imagine, the internet went into a frenzy. Social media exploded with reactions. Fans were quick to share their opinions, with many pointing fingers at Danis. One person on social media wrote, "Danis' ejection just highlights the volatility that follows him everywhere. It shows how challenging it is for the UFC to manage these intense rivalries during major events. It's true, wherever Danis goes, drama seems to follow." Another comment got a lot of attention, saying, "I'm sorry, but what is up with Dillon Danis? Is he a masochist? He just can't seem to resist getting into these situations where he ends up getting beaten up in public. Now it's happened again at UFC 322. It's just weird." This sentiment was echoed by many who questioned Danis' constant involvement in public altercations, especially with a group as formidable as Team Khabib. It's a pattern that has many people in the fight community scratching their heads. This isn't the first time Danis has been at the center of a major controversy involving Team Khabib. Many will remember the infamous post-fight brawl at UFC 129 after Khabib submitted Conor McGregor. Danis, who was in McGregor's corner, was targeted by Khabib, who leaped over the cage to confront him, sparking a massive melee that involved both teams. That incident led to suspensions and fines for everyone involved. And it seems the bad blood is far from over. Years later, the animosity is clearly still there. This latest brawl at UFC 322 feels like a direct continuation of that rivalry. It proves that some feuds in MMA don't just fade away. They simmer for years and can erupt at any moment. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the deep-seated tensions that still exist between Danis and the entire Dagestani fight camp. So, what are the potential consequences for Danis? Being ejected and handcuffed at a major event is a serious issue. The UFC takes security and fighter conduct very seriously, especially when it spills into the crowd and involves other athletes. There could be fines, suspensions, or even a ban from attending future events. For the members of Team Khabib involved, they could face disciplinary action from the UFC and the Athletic Commission. The UFC will undoubtedly conduct a full investigation to determine who was at fault and what penalties are appropriate. This event has once again put Dillon Danis in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. While he's known for his trash talk and controversial persona, getting into physical altercations outside the cage is a different story. It raises questions about his future and his place within the broader MMA community. Was he looking for trouble, or was he just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Whatever the case, the fallout from this massive brawl will be felt for a long time. What do you guys think? Who was in the wrong here? Is this just part of the fight game, or did things go way too far? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on all the latest news from the world of MMA and other sports, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.